hair is wet, and while I wait for it to dry, I'm going to do an Ask FM Q&A. I also just like combed through my hair, and now I've got hair all over my arms, so I'm so sexy. But gonna do an Ask FM Q&A. Also, if you want like a colorful makeup tutorial, I've been doing those more often, and this is the first time I'm filming with colorful eye makeup, and I think it looks cool, so if you guys want a tutorial, let me know. You're kind of the inspiration for it. You're always like, hey, on my main channel where I do makeup tutorials, like, oh, you do a lot of neutral stuff, you should do something colorful, and I finally took your advice, and I did, and I like it, so we're gonna move on from my face onto questions. So request anything down below, you know how these work, leave questions, and first one is, how do you feel about abortion, gay rights, and domestic violence? Starting off really light. Okay, abortion, I'm very pro-choice. I feel like if you're not ready to have a baby, and if you're not ready to emotionally handle going through carrying a baby and then giving it up for adoption, it's good that you have that choice. I feel like if you're using abortion because you're just not using any sort of birth control and you're just like, whatever, at least I've got abortion in my corner, then you're completely abusing it and you're hurting your body. But I think it's a great option, pro-choice. I don't know if I would ever do it, not to say I wouldn't because I've never been in that position, but I like that I have that option as a woman, so that's my thing there. Gay rights, gays should have rights, people too, love is love. Domestic violence sucks. Don't hit people. Talk it out. Use your words. If you're in an abusive relationship, try to get out of it. You know, distance yourself. You deserve better than this, and you will find love again. Quickie speed round on, oh my god, why would you give me that topic right now? Do you agree that girls are more mature than boys? I think overall maybe, but there's definitely cases where girls are immature, and the thing is, as a teenager, like, you're still immature. Like, you can sit, like, I can look back at myself at 16 and still be like, oh, gross. I can look back at myself a year ago and be like, oh my god, I didn't know what the fuck I was doing with my life. And I'm gonna look back at myself in a year and be like, okay, me sitting here right now, that was a fucking mess. So, you know, yeah, we may mature faster, but we're still a fucking mess, so don't let that go to your head like, yeah, we are superior, because we still suck. When you apply foundation, should you put powder over it? Sorry, I'm just starting to wear makeup, I have no clue. That depends on your skin type. If you get really oily and your foundation, tends to kind of like melt off your face, or if it gets really shiny, then yes, powder it. If you have really dry skin and your foundation, you know, seems to like crack, or if it stays just fine, you don't need to powder it. It is an extra step. It may add a little bit of cakiness depending on what you use. Thoughts on middle school dating? I think my cousin got a boyfriend and she's 12. To be honest, I think it's really stupid. Okay, I had a boyfriend when I was 12 too, and it's definitely not something I look back on and I'm like, oh yeah, that was a really serious relationship. But I don't think there's anything wrong with dating in middle school. If you like a guy, say you're dating, call him your boyfriend. I mean, I wouldn't say that you're actually dating until you have a mode of transportation, until you can drive around and see each other in the middle of the night and you can go for movies without your parents dropping you off. You know, I feel like that's when it becomes a real kind of semi-grown-up relationship. But there's nothing wrong with middle school dating, you know, and a lot of the times that's where you can find out what you really don't like and what you really do like, you know? Like, oh, I really don't like drug addicts. That's what I learned in middle school. And I really like guys who are nice to me, you know? So it's nice to get that out of the way early. Is it embarrassing to ask other females if they have a tampon? Have you done it? Not embarrassing, but I haven't done it because I always carry tampons. I'm the person that people ask for tampons because I always have like 5 wherever I go. Although I'm a virgin, I know I will never be able to handle having sex outside of a committed, serious relationship. I feel like no guy will ever respect this or feel the same way. Should I just give up and have sex? No. No, you should not just give up and have sex. Here's the thing, we hear so much as women about how guys are such pigs and oh, all they ever want is sex. And we're not giving men very much credit because here's the thing, they're people too. They have feelings too. Men as a gender, y'all don't suck as much as we tell you that you suck. You know, there are definitely players, there are definitely assholes, there are definitely people who are going to only want you for sex, but that as a whole doesn't define the entire men side of the world. You know, like, I have been in relationships with guys who have been so thoughtful, who have been so respectful when it comes to sex, and, you know, if you don't want to have sex, that's fine. If they only want you to have sex, awesome, you've pruned that asshole out of your life. And you will eventually find someone who's respectful enough. And don't let your values waver. That goes for men and women. If you don't want to have sex until a certain point in your life, don't do that. You're going to find someone who's okay with that. And, you know, this is one of the biggest things in a lot of people's minds that they're ever going to do is lose their virginity and have sex, and it is definitely meaningful, and you want it to be on your terms. So don't waver just because you feel like you're never going to meet someone who has the same feelings or values, because you will. So you just have to be patient, because it may take a little bit longer, but you know, and this is something that you want to be straight up with. Like, when you guys talk about sex, as you should, if you're getting into a relationship, talk about your values and your views on sex. Just be like, I don't want to have sex until I feel like I'm in something committed and serious. And if they're not okay with that, they can leave. If they are, awesome. What's your opinion on period sex? I have mixed thoughts. My boyfriend's okay with it. Sometimes I am when I'm super horny. Is that weird? I don't think it's weird. I feel like if both people are okay with it and maybe lay a towel down and, you know, just like clean yourself out before, that's fine. There's nothing wrong with period sex as long as both people are fine with it. If you're not, there's nothing wrong with that either. But I feel like it's so chastised in society, like, oh my god, periods, that's so gross. Like, you shouldn't even touch yourself on a period. But it's like, if you're fine with that, do it. Do you think you're wasting your time in a relationship if the man straight up says many times, I don't want to get married and I don't want to have kids, and the woman wants marriage and kids but stays with him and is miserable about that topic? I mean, in the long run, yeah, you're definitely wasting your time, but I can understand not wanting to get out of a relationship if everything else is good. But if you're not going to get what you want in the future, I would get out of that relationship. Okay, so that is it for this video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. Make sure that you thumbs up, subscribe, all that sort of stuff, and check out the podcast. By this point, we've probably had about 4 episodes up. I'm pre-filming this like crazy, so I've got like a ton of Q&As ready to go up, but there's probably lots of podcast stuff, so link below. And subscribe, thumbs up, and I'll see you guys later. Bye.